Ladies and gentlemen, we have got for you Rise Among Rivals. Where they at?
Hold on. I'm clicking away, and boom, there we go.
Oh, there we are. There we go.
We missed the cheers, so cheers.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Cheers. Dude, I think that should be a thing on the show now. I like that. Like the camera.
Yeah, just come on, man.
Guys, I think y'all just created a thing. I'm gonna keep that going. I like that.
Oh, geez, we're all fine.
All right, Lisa, take over. I mean, me and Matt need to just shut up.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you? It's nice to see you guys again.
Awesome. Loving the show, guys. Dusty Gray killed that. That's
Thank
awesome
you so
song,
much.
awesome video.
Yeah, Dusty's a really cool guy. It was really nice to have him on the show today. We were able to premiere his song and his video all day today before it drops tomorrow. It was awesome. Caught you guys a week or two ago in Baltimore as you were opening for Sleep Token and Nothing More. And I was like, okay, these guys are tight. They sound really, really great. We should go talk to them. And then I went over and I pulled a drumstick out of my pants.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
You know what? True story. Hey, look, true story. I had gotten a drumstick from Mark Bolanga of Nothing More. Caught it, right? And then I was like, gosh, I don't want to miss Rise Among Rivals. I want to go talk to them. And so I was like, you know what? I got to dip out. I got to go. And so I've got it shoved down it's huge, shoved down my pants. And so I'm like, I don't want to miss them. It's 10 o'clock. I had to drive home to Fredericksburg. I don't know what their schedule is. So I'm like, go over there. And I realize I've got this huge thing sticking out.
Oh, no. I know.
Yeah, we have those. We're all men. We have those issues, right?
And so I had to unceremoniously remove it before I started speaking to David. So I apologize. Anyway, so I heard you guys, thought you sounded awesome. So I've been doing a little bit of research. And if you don't mind, go ahead and please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Dave. I sing and play guitar.
I'm Pat. I play lead guitar and vocals, backup vocals.
Boyets, bass and backups.
Yeah, everybody sings. So there's like, I just happen to be the lead dude.
Cody is not here tonight because he's having a prior engagement, but he plays drums and sings.
Does he sing also?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I need I was like, hey man, I need 4 mics. They're like, really? Like, sorry.
Dude, all you gotta do is tell them shut the fuck up. The Eagles did it in the 70s, and you can kiss my ass.
Hell yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phil Collins did it with Genesis. It worked. That was one of the things that actually caught my attention when your drummer was performing vocals. I was like, okay, all right, it's happening.
He nails it. He nails it for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So if you don't mind, go ahead. Tell everybody whatever you know about you. Tell them where you're from. Tell them what's going on. You guys just released an album this year. Earlier than that, you had an EP in 2018, right? Self-titled.
Yep.
What's been going on?
So it's been a band for about 5 years now. We're from Baltimore, Maryland. We're trying to been hitting the road in between every now and then whenever we can, and then this year it's kind of starting to pop off a little bit more. But we just we had our initial 2018 album we released, and then it was like we're hitting studio, and then had so much music, and then the pandemic hit, and we had so much more music, and then finally it was just like, all right, we have to get another EP out. So this past July, we did another EP release to kick off a tour, which was so needed. It's like once you hit the road, you're like, this is what we're supposed to be doing. Like it was so cool.
Like a drug, right?
Yeah. So it's and just kind of doing the regional stuff for a lot, really. Trying to build ourselves as a regional band. It's we all have day jobs too, so trying to balance those two things can be interesting. But the music really we love it so much. So it's like it's worth it. It's worth the extra stress. But
okay.
Yeah. So we were just released a new EP in July. That's been going pretty well so far, and it was so awesome to do that and actually just hit the road the day after. So we had the first show of the tour was the EP release, then Soundstage, and was just like, all right, cool, we're gonna go off for 10 days.
Which was sold out from what I read, correct?
That one, no, Soundstage didn't sell out. Almost.
No, it was your release party though, right? That sold out.
Yeah, for sure.
You can just tell everybody it's sold out.
Yeah, we can.
Definitely sold out. Yeah,
the government does it. We'll just lie too. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, why not?
It's okay. We're all friends here. All right. Well, I know we've been spinning your song Convictions. Jared, do you have a video for that?
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Oddly enough, I do have a video for that. So if we
I was going to
No,
say,
go ahead, Lisa.
Go ahead, you can say it. Tell us
Yeah.
everything or tell us nothing about the video before we play it for everyone.
Yeah, fuck it, we don't need Jared.
I'm just fucking sitting here waving my hands for nothing. That's one of the shticks on the show, guys, is you tell us, whether it's about the song itself, how it got built, the lyrics, or even the video, or because I'm a true believer. If a band ever says like, look, here's kind of where we were thinking, but we don't want to give you a ton of details, that is really a thing in music, because it allows the audience, the listener, whatever, to
sure.
overlay their thoughts on it without ruining it. I say ruining it, but if it's exactly about this, sometimes it just kind of it changes the perspective of it.
And generally writing too, like lyrically anyway, just going into it, you try not to be too direct with it. You just can't. But try to give somebody a little bit of room to, like, this can be about me. This can be about me. But you're writing the song about something, obviously. Something. And I do write a lot of stuff just about stuff I've been through and all that stuff like that. But you got to add some cryptic in there for sure. It's got to make it relatable for everybody. But also, it's kind of adds to the cleverness too, man. That's the fun part about it. But yeah, no, Conviction's a fun song, man. We did Convictions.
Man,
yeah, we didn't do a video for Convictions though.
Well, there's a lyric video that I made.
We did a lyric video for it. Yeah.
What do you have, Jared?
It's essentially just the inner battle that everyone has with fighting with your beliefs based on what you have going on in your life. Like, I have core beliefs, but situationally some things pop up where like they get pushed out of the way, and then you're stuck back to what you believe in may or may not be right compared to the situation that you have presented in front of you. So it's just fighting with your own conviction, basically.
Yeah. So Lisa, did you just say, we have The Weight is the video that we have? Is that the one? That's the one we're supposed
I
to
did
have?
not know that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hashtag likes in the comments. Hashtag Jared fucked up. Okay.
No. I was given a set of directives, and that's what I'm following. So that's what we have. So does that change the introduction of the video just slightly?
No, we wrote them all about the same shit. No, it's kidding.
Okay, good. The same. Doesn't matter.
No, The Weight. The Weight was that song is so. Everybody has the weight that they carry every day, be it, a relationship, be it your job, be it family, be it anybody. And you feel it, whether it's just passive or anything like that, but the song's about trying to let that go and getting through it, just taking off the weight. So it's pretty literal, but at the same point, it fits a lot of situations with it. But the video was a lot of fun. I do some backyard blacksmith stuff. So I was like, hey man, like trying to think of a concept for a video and stuff like that. I was like, dude, I got a blacksmith like forge. I can move anywhere. So we built a forge in the guy's backyard the day before. They went out that night and just let it rip. I think
I wanted to ask you about that. So I'm glad you brought it up. Cause watching the video, I'm like, is this something the director said, or is he just like, do this shit?
Right.
He's getting you the chain. He actually.
Here's the chain.
I actually have a chain right here.
Wow.
We need to talk. I love fucking forge shit. You need to
So I started forging the chain like a couple months before the video. I was like, all right, cool. And like it turned out to be way too big of a project. So I was like, cool, man. I'm gonna do like this much of a chain, and then
It's a bicycle chain. That's what it is.
there we go.
Yeah.
No one has to know.
The hardcore
It's okay.
bicycle. There you go.
Yeah.
It's
Love
okay.
it.
All right,
All right,
cool.
cool. I was gonna say we can watch the video and then we'll come back and chat about it.
Let's roll it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is The Weight, and you're watching the sound. Wow.
Amazing video.
What a video.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
That was pretty damn badass. I love that you mentioned, because that was one of my first question right out of the gate was the blacksmith stuff. So you touched on that. Comments are digging it. I do love when the fans are in the comment section ask questions directly to the band. I think that's something we should do more here on this show. So I'm gonna flash on the screen for you guys. Can y'all see that right there?
Ooh.
Oh, the next one. So
I'm gonna read it for the audio people too. So they're asking, do they have any idea which song might be their next video?
I don't know. So we're going back into studio in October, or this month coming up for a week. So we're gonna be slamming out some new singles as well. So there's a song we have called Eyes Wide Open. It is not out yet, unfortunately, but we would love to have it on your show if that would be cool.
Well,
Done and done.
Oh, awesome.
email it me. We will world premiere it. Kevin,
yeah,
you're
man.
here. I don't care.
Yeah.
I've said it.
But
We don't need his permission.
we're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So was that Elizabeth? Yeah.
Yes.
Elizabeth, yeah.
I'll have to give you a sneak peek or something like that. Hit us up, DM us. But yeah. So we're trying to go out and probably do like 4 videos at one time or something like that. Probably this winter kind of deal, because that's, hit the studio, trying to get like 4 more singles out, but 4 more videos with it. So it's always such a thing scheduling that and getting that together. And we're actually kind of shopping around for
Definitely. And
who's
the
doing our
thing that
video
people
now,
don't
too.
realize is that making a music video is a lot of money.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a lot of cash for you guys to fork out. It's,
Yeah.
you can't always, for every single, you can't always bang a video out.
Yeah.
No,
that's the
it's a
thing
lot
too.
of fun. The music scene, it's a money game. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
But I'm excited.
We've talked about it on the show before, Matt. It's almost nowadays, and guys, y'all comment because y'all are in the trenches. It's different nowadays. You almost have to do single video. You don't have the luxury really of saying, well, this is a good song, but we're not going to put the video behind it, because we live in a digital video world. You have to.
Exactly. And I've said before on the show, in the UK, they will not class it as an official single unless there's a video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that, Matt, is that new, or has it always been that way?
I think it's kind of new. I've not really known it that way. Like, bands have put out singles and before and not really put out videos, but a lot of the bands now, like Caskets, they put out a single and they were like, well, we don't have a video, so it's not an official single.
Right.
Is that just something that the community says, or is that like official, like your Billboard or something like that, or is it just kind
I
of
don't really know what the score is. I think it's just a case of
honor among men?
a lot of the bands over here, if they're putting a single out, they wanna have a video to go with it.
And you always do.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to do that. I mean, what we're finding too is that, you can make a video and you release a single with it, and then you've got attention. You've got people's attention, and then, everybody's attention span is gone within a week or so. So like building up more videos and singles to be able to, here's something, you like it. Okay, great. We're going to release something else not too long after, to just kind of keep that interest level peaked and people keep following us and getting more views and stuff while people are paying attention to us and release material.
And dude, you always want to do a single with a video. If you can afford it, you have the concept, which is a big thing too. Like, all right, hey, here's a song we have. We really want to do videos for this song. It's like, all right, cool. Well, what kind of concept? Like, if you saw The Wait, it's just us. It's the band.
Right.
And we didn't, no actors, you didn't have 10 different schedules to deal with. I built the floor in the back myself. Like, it was nice, quick and easy, and a lot of fun. It went smooth. I think it turned out great. But having the concept, and then you start playing that gamble, the money game, where you're like, okay, cool, we have all these singles, we love all these songs, we want all these songs to have as much attention as possible. That'd be great.
Right.
All right, we're refining 10 grand.
You have just led me on to my perfect comment, and there is going to be haters out there right now, and I know Lisa and Jared are going to agree with me.
No.
Is bands will put out single,
Mhm.
and then they will maybe put out another single, and then they'll put out an EP or an album.
Yeah.
Right. In my opinion, with up and coming bands like yourself, that's a complete waste of material. You've just lost momentum. You've wasted 4 or 5 tracks on an EP.
Yeah.
For momentum,
agree
you've
with that.
wasted.
Yeah.
And it's like with the bands of your stature, it's single album.
Yeah, and it's funny. The whole reason
don't waste that material that you're going to make momentum with radio play, Spotify listens. How often do you listen to an album on Spotify?
Oh, right. It's someone from like a while ago that I listened to. Like, all right,
exactly. You're losing momentum there. You've got to keep that momentum going with those singles. Bang a single out, get radio airplay. Bang another single out 3 months later, get radio airplay. Bang another single out 3 months later, get radio airplay. Then maybe think about dropping an EP.
Right.
Yeah. That's the way the industry is now.
And you're absolutely right. Like a band at our level, that's the way to go. And
exactly.
We were debating that too, because we just did an EP release, and it had been almost like 4 years since we'd really dropped one. So it was like we did some singles along with that to lead up to that, and they went on the EP, eventually. But it's now it's like the game is singles. So it's like, get all this material together and then slowly leak it out, which I think that's kind of commonplace with a lot of bands now. They have so much backlog stuff that they're just dying to get out. And like, by the time it comes out, it's like, I've had this song for 2 years.
Right. And it's building that momentum. Like, unless you're the likes of Slipknot or Architects or Metallica, you can't just drop a single or an album.
Well,
you have to keep that momentum going with the build up of, the viewers, the listeners, building up that reputation that you've, to get, and releasing a single and then an EP. You've just wasted 4 or 5 songs.
Right. You got to throw that log in the fire over time.
Exactly. You've got to keep it. You've got to keep it going. But
I will say this. And guys, y'all tell me what you think. But like, in other words, that's what we're transitioning into now. But I come up from the time of when bands made, and even before my time, like when you like I mentioned earlier, like going back to the 70s, they made albums, and there are certain bands that really made albums, meaning if you put the damn thing on from track 1 to track whatever it ends, it's an arc and it has an emotional flow all the way through. Not all bands do that, and you can make a great record without doing that. But what my point is that nowadays when it's single video, I wonder if you can't have enough forethought to have the EP or the full length in your mind with that total album arc, and then just chop it up and release it as you go. And I know like we only deal with bands that are climbing, the up the ranks. It takes money to do that, and I understand. I get it. I get both sides of it. So,
in my opinion, with the releasing tracks and whatever, like, you can do as much promotion as you want. The only thing that's going to make you go further is you release absolute fucking bangers that people can't fucking deny are bangers.
Well,
it's the material, it's the fucking product.
Absolutely.
I think they've achieved that with this EP.
They fucking have.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think it's fantastic. I listened to the entire thing before the show. I didn't find anything that were any holes missing or anything like that. I thought it was beautiful from start to finish. Yeah. I mean, what is your favorite track on the EP?
Mine personally, I like. There's a song called "Angel on Fire."
Yes.
And you can check it. We're on
yes, I know. Elizabeth has been banging on about it, which is sound so long.
Yeah, that's so. It was like the first love song I'd written in years, and it just happened. We're like, all right, we're gonna go and we're gonna do some cool rhythmic stuff. We want it heavy as fuck if we can do it, and we're gonna make a love song out of it. So it's like, cool, let's do it. So that song really kicks for me. Pat, what about you, man? What do you think?
It's tough, but I'd have to say Ghost is probably my favorite because of the the guitar work on it. And Dave obviously writes the vocals. Every now and then we chime in the studio for something.
I'll get my help. Yeah,
it needs a little help.
But always here. We're good.
Yeah. Vocalists help, just not on live shows. We all know what vocalists are like on live shows with like loading in and stuff. They just fuck about, don't they?
Not this guy. I know the vocals.
I play guitar as well. I guess it's the guitarist in me that helps to load the stuff. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
But.
Yes. No, he just didn't hold a mic. No, but I did. I really enjoyed the entire EP. I loved it from start to finish.
Oh,
I also really liked Ignite as well.
Yeah. Ignite was a cool one. We did a video for that one as well. It's a while ago. It's so crazy, just the timeline for some of the stuff. Like, we had Ignite for like a year before we released it.
Right.
And like a lot of the songs,
I will say I love Convictions.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is why we play it on the sound.
That's
cool. Kevin Harris, we are going to add Angel on Fire in rotation. It's been said on the live. It's happening. Okay.
All right.
But dude, I do feel you when you say like kind of like the death of the concept album you were talking about earlier. Like when you say concept, but this because like now, unless you are a big, say like Asking Alexander or something like that, you could do that. And they have the total room to do that. Obviously, tons of other bands that can, and tons of other bands that still do. But the joy and the artistry into that, into writing that and compiling all that together, and the hard work that goes into doing a concept album like that, because you have to write your songs for your concept. You know what I mean? You're doing something really cool. I just feel like that's just a shame that it's almost like wasted now if you do that. Kind of like
Right.
Matt, like you were
And
saying, like, you know,
That's what I like about you guys. You guys know where you've come from. You know where you are now,
yeah,
and you know where you want to be. So you're doing things right.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's-
like you say, the tempo's changed a little bit, and it is harder to do that from start to finish, and
sure, man.
and that's what I get a little bit, I don't know, nervous, worried, concerned about music as a whole, because now we're in the TikTok generation of kids that are just swipe, 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 swipe. They can't pay attention to shit anyway, right? So it's like, can you sit down and listen to 40 to 60 minutes of music or whatever and understand that it's a whole thing, and that these artists actually put these songs in a certain order to make you feel a certain way and bring you up and
Right.
bring you down, and it's a ride, and I love that about what music was. And I don't want to sound like the old man. I've said it before on the show. It's like, it's too damn loud, turn it down.
You,
I don't want to
you
be that
are
guy,
an
but
old man, Jared, let's be honest.
that's true too, but we'll see where it goes, right? We'll see where it goes. But guys, I did want to ask quickly, can you tell us how y'all got on the latest tour that Lisa, where you said you caught them? How did that come about?
So we weren't on the tour. So it was just
okay,
a
go ahead.
one-off. Yeah.
We
God.
would love to have been on that tour. That would have been amazing. It was amazing nonetheless. But
Okay, well, the one-off still counts, so just tell me about that.
Oh yeah. So Nothing More in this moment they're on there was Nothing More in this moment sleep single. So they somebody got sick in the camp for In This Moment, so they had to cancel a bunch of dates. So Nothing More decided to reroute, and like last minute we were like, okay, well, hey, there's 2 bands on the bill. It was Sleep Token and Nothing More. It was like, we're from Baltimore, we can help the show, and obviously we kind of want to be on it. So obviously we play locally in Baltimore all the time, so we know a lot of kind of ins and outs for Soundstage. So we hit them up, and we had a lot of help from Kevin Hawk from Baltimore and Wesley Ingram, who we've actually been working with a lot with the tours, and he might be doing some video stuff for us. He's with Forthright Booking, and everything kind of just met in a head. And it was like 6 p.m. the night before. I just got the message saying like, "Hey, here's your set time." I was like, "All right, cool." Like,
So
Message my boss
On
really
that-
quick. I gotta leave
on
early.
that, on that, I will say, like, Nothing More are incredible, right?
Yeah.
But fuck me, Sleep Token.
oh,
They're a UK band.
yeah.
Holy fucking shit, are they good live?
yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome. It was just
They are fucking insane.
and it
Lisa
was-
would agree. We saw them at Architects. They supported Architects, and they blew me away, man. They were something else.
it was an
Yeah.
awesome show. And
Yeah.
I gotta give a lot of props to the Baltimore folks for it was a Wednesday night,
Yeah.
7:30 p.m.
They
It
sold
was
out, man.
front to back packed.
Yep.
They
Packed.
sold out
Dude, that's
within
killer.
within less than 48 hours notice. They sold out that fucking place.
And
That's crazy.
takes lots of Nothing More and Sleep Token, like that those guys do it. And like it's funny, we had a lot of people come out of the woodwork too. I was like seeing people I haven't seen in a while. Like I was like, hey man, where have you been to our regular shows?
Right.
Well, I
Probably hitting
knew
you up.
Lisa
Hey, can we
was-
get
I knew
free
Lisa
tickets?
was-
Yeah,
I knew
right.
Lisa was going to the show,
Man, how you
and I
been?
didn't realize you guys were supporting. And she sent me a video of you guys, and she was like, "Holy fucking shit!" I was like, "You need to talk to them guys now."
You on it?
Yeah.
So glad- so much
Working
man.
on it.
But,
Yeah,
kud-
I was like,
kudos.
immediately, a couple other friends like, you guys have to get on the sound. You guys have to get on the sound. I was like, I'd love to.
Aw.
Hell yeah. So
Okay, right.
it's a really cool thing going on. It's, like I said, I can't thank you enough for having us on.
Well,
I'm
kudos to
glad
y'all for
that-
being proactive to get on that show. That I like to hear that too, because a lot of artists sit back
Yeah.
and they're like, "No, I'm not doing this or not doing that." It's like, well, how many emails are you sending? How many, hand-to-hand combat? Go to shows or whatever. Meet the booking agents, meet the promoters, meet that. So
Yeah.
kudos to y'all for that. That's the killer. But what about the scene in Baltimore? Because I've been to Baltimore once, but I didn't like hit any bars or do anything like that. Like, do y'all have a decent scene?
Yeah. It's funny, man. Years ago, obviously I've been in it for a while. Years ago, like the scene was bumping. We had something, it was every Monday night. It was a terrestrial radio station. You'd get to go on the radio station Sunday night, then go do the show Monday. It was every Monday. So the scene was bumping then, and it's still kind of riding off that. And we got a couple good promoters in the area that are really kind of helping the scene out and just getting it up and up. Some new blood coming into the scene, like as far as the local stuff anyway. Definitely some new blood coming in. That's got some really good talent, man. And like, I think I even said it to the crowd at Nothing More, saying like, guys, get out to a
Sorry.
show. These shows are inexpensive and they're great freaking
I
bands.
can't believe you just asked about the Baltimore scene with Maryland, right? So we've had 3 bands tonight,
Right.
Yeah.
right? Anoxia,
I know
Carbon
Crystal and
Stone,
Fury.
and
Yeah.
Rise Amongst Rivals, right?
Yeah.
On the
Not-
show,
not-
plus Any Given Sin that are fucking hitting Rocking the Sound 2023.
Here,
Right.
first of all,
How
Matt,
have you asked about what the Baltimore Rock
hey,
Maryland
thanks
scene
for
is like?
taking over Kevin's asshole role. I appreciate that.
Right.
I really do. Keeping him alive
Here's
on the show.
crown.
But what I want to hear is like boots on the ground guys. And I don't only just mean like the bands that are there though. I'm talking venues. I'm
Yes.
talking local support. Like you said, you're asking guys, where are you at on these shows? It's not like a local show is usually what, $10, but the max 15 to get in, you know, and people won't go. And then they'll wait till you get, 2 rungs up the ladder and go pay 25, 30
exactly,
and go,
exactly.
wow, you guys are great. It's like, well, I never saw you at the other shows, which I get, maybe they didn't know, whatever. But that's what I mean about the scene. Is there radio station supporting? Do the people turn out? That kind of shit.
Yeah. So the station was 98 Rock. They ended that. But yeah, we've had, there've been some good shows. Like as far as there's been some good shows, like, there's like a staple of people with each band, with each group of bands. I don't know how it is out your guys' way, but like you'll have like say like a hard rock genre or whatever, and like you'll have the same staple of people coming out. But yeah, I mean, like, hasn't been hurting, man. Like we haven't had troubles like getting tickets out or getting people out to shows. We had a big thing with venues when everybody's sick about hearing about the pandemic, but venues started shutting down like crazy, man. Even before a little bit, so we got a little concerned there. But we definitely have some solid ones. Lisa, you saw, you're at Soundstage the other night. That's where we did our EP release at. And there's some good, clean, smaller venues as well.
Like Auto Bar.
You got Auto Bar. We play with Palisades there back in May. But you have like Auto Bar there. You have a place called Metro Gallery. All great, great venues. They're clean. They're good. Generally safe. You said you went to Baltimore. I don't know if you put on your bulletproof vest or not. I don't know if you watched The Wire, but
I did, which is one of the greatest sick like episodic shows of all time.
Yeah, such a good show, man.
Yeah,
But,
It's like you were saying though. It's like I had this conversation with Lisa the other day. In different areas, spontaneously combust different genres. Like in where I live,
Mhm.
it's predominantly deathcore.
Okay.
You go a bit north of me, it's hard rock / metalcore. Then you go to London, and London is literally pure metalcore.
wow.
It depends on what sort of area you're in. And Lisa said it's the same in America. It's like, where you are, it depends on what genres are coming out of those different areas. So it's what people are drawn to.
It is. Yeah.
Depending on where you are.
And in touring, like you see that. So like
Yeah,
Baltimore,
exactly.
we don't have there is a hardcore scene here, like, but I just haven't seen a lot of it. And like, there's also a good rock scene, there's a good indie scene and stuff like that. But when you go around, like when we hit the Midwest, it seems like the Midwest they just like to come out to music period. But like, just rock, we're good to go out there. Cause like we're pushed a little bit on the heavier end of rock. So I guess call it active rock, but
Right.
Then you go to, we toured up in New England this past July, and like it was like the hardcore scene was like slamming. I was like, okay, this is cool, So just kind of the different areas of the states are definitely
Exactly. It's where you go. It depends on what draws what people like in that area.
I can tell you in Baltimore, you do get the clicks too. I mean, there is a huge like hardcore scene, metalcore scene, especially Auto Bar. I mean, those shows will sell out like on a weeknight.
Oh, for sure.
It's crazy. And they still do. I think they do Metal Mondays in the Up Bar.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it all depends. There's also a really big hard rock scene around here, just with the people that live in the area. But I mean, Periphery's from Bethesda, which is 45 minutes away too. So I saw Periphery at Soundstage on the end of their tour they did a few years ago, and it was nuts. I mean, the place was sold out, completely open, sold out. And I mean, they took down the security barriers. People were stage diving. People were going nuts. And it was like one of the best shows I've ever been to. I mean, you have this huge, gents, progressive metal fan base around the area too. I mean, there's there's a lot of clicks that will come out to a lot of different genres
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Definitely.
I love it. I love it, man. All right. So, and let Lisa, what do you got? If there's anything else, I was
I
going
was
to say,
just going to say really quick before we go, make sure you let us know in a second where people can find you. I picked up this shirt at the show.
Looks good on you. All right.
nice.
Yes.
All right. Hell yeah.
And that design was done by a
Yeah. Go check out their merch.
that design was done by
have hoodies.
a guy, David Weston Gregory.
It's getting cold.
Yeah.
It's
We
cold
actually-
up here.
All the bands, buy their merch,
Whatever
buy the
that-
tickets for the show. You know, support them.
Where are you
Yeah.
guys most active?
It is fall. We are selling hoodies. Please go on. We're going down to studio, so we could definitely use the help.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah.
But I'm most active Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
Rise Among Rivals for both. So
Yep.
it's easy to find.
Spotify, Apple Music, all
What
the
you are at Rise Amongst Rivals.
Rise Among Rivals. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Go check them out, people.
Yeah. Guys, thanks so much for having us on.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. We all do.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. We really, really appreciate it. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for your time. And hey, keep us in the loop too. Anytime you got singles, anytime you got whatever, shoot us a message and we'll premiere it, do whatever. Yeah, Matt. What is
Hit the
that?
music
You know,
director up.
hit
That's
that up,
all,
yeah.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
straight to the source.
Kevin does as he's told.
All
I
right.
love
have
you,
a good
Kevin.
one.
I love you, Kevin. Don't
All
fire
right.
me.
Thank you guys. We really appreciate you
Thanks,
coming.
guys. Thanks
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Thank you.